This video is about doing build-up repairs for mismachined parts or aluminum castings or dirty aluminum, thick dirty aluminum. It's about letting the cleaning action of the arc work for you, but also about cleaning the aluminum prior to welding. So I hit this with a flap disc just with light pressure, and then I wiped it down with acetone, gave it a small preheat because all I had was a handheld propane torch. So I only got it up to about 150, but that's enough to get a bead around the edges. And then the edges, once I get the edges welded, then the whole part will be hot enough. It'll be around 200 degrees then. I use 4047 filler. That's a good choice when you want to eliminate porosity on castings. You also want to give the filler rod a little wipe down with acetone or alcohol. It's always a little bit dirty. Now I chose a large diameter gas lens for this job for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm using a 17 air-cooled torch. It's only rated for 150 amps, and I'm going to be welding more like 200 amps. I chose a number 8 cup mainly for the larger gas path, and that will give me a larger cleaning path. That cleaning action tends to only want to go where there's an argon shield. And I want a lot of cleaning action here because it's dirty aluminum, and I would want to do the same thing on cast aluminum. I'm dancing that cleaning action around here. Before I puddle anything, I'm just trying to bake away the crud that's on the surface, because this has got a lot of cutting fluid or something kind of baked in it. It's kind of dirty, but that cleaning action will help. Running it over there a little bit before I puddle will help. And now it's going pretty clean. And I'm also preheating the part by welding all these edges first. That's just a sequencing thing. You know, why start out just running beads on the mass when I can weld beads, get a little boundary going on the corners, and then also put some heat into the part while I'm doing that. Then the rest of it, all those flat beads, will go a lot better. So I welded on that end corner, and now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to walk the cleaning action of the arc over here until I get it to puddle cleanly. You want to keep that tip of the rod kind of in the argon too here, because sometimes you can get some scum in the puddle by coming in and out of the argon with the hot tip of the rod. But things are going along fairly well here. And I know that by the time I get beads run on all 4 sides, that I'll be up close to 200 degrees and things will be flowing a little bit better. I'm not getting in any hurry here. You know, I'm just kind of coaxing it along, just letting it flow as it will. Here's another shot of me dancing that AC cleaning action over the aluminum before I ever puddle it. I'm just baking away, and you can see some brown and black stuff cooking away. And now it looks like it's kind of getting nice and shiny, wet looking. Now it's clean. But if I try to puddle it right away, I get scum in the puddle. I don't want that, because usually that's going to wind up in porosity when the machinist finishes this bead off. You can see I'm probably traveling no more than a 1/16 of an inch per second. It's kind of a slow go here, but I'm also not trying to win any speed contest. I'm trying to put some heat into the part on these corner beads, on welding around these corner edges here. And it's not taking a full pedal here. You know, it's probably about 150 amps is what it was taking on those corners. But now the part's nice and warmed up. So now these beads that run on the mass of it will go a lot better. But I'm still using the cleaning action here, baking those oxides away before I ever puddle it. That way it usually puddles a lot cleaner. I got a fairly clean puddle going here, and you can see it just cooking the crud away all around it. Now every bead here is going to look pretty much the same, so I'm not going to show but just a few seconds of each one. You want to try to overlap each bead about halfway so that there's no deep valleys, so that when it's machined off, it's going to be flat. This is a great exercise for getting that filler rod hammed up to speed, and this is kind of how I fed the rod during this whole process. In fact, there's another video called the aluminum drill, and it's just patting beads on any scrap aluminum, and that's what it does for you. It gets that filler rod hand up to speed big time. If you're interested in learning more about our large diameter gas lens kit that I used on this video, just go to weldmonger.com and follow the navigation We've got it laid out pretty easy to find for the large diameter kit. This one's for the 17, 18, 26 style torches. We have one also for water-cooled 20 torches and even air-cooled 9. But again, it's new and improved. It's got the 5/32 hardware in there for heavy amperage aluminum. And if you don't know what kind of torch you have, we have some infographics there to guide you on that too. Thanks so much for watching. Visit weldmonger.com.